This time, I will explain that for Shohei Ohtani, the role of a two-way player in both pitching and hitting is his absolute balance. In addition, I will talk about Kazuma Okamoto fully demonstrating his true potential. How long will we be able to witness Shohei Ohtani's success as a two-way player in both pitching and hitting? As Ohtani himself ages, changes must be occurring in his body. Unlike his time with the Angels, there is a possibility that we will no longer be able to take his two-way success for granted. It seems that the Dodgers are considering spacing out Ohtani's pitching appearances even more than they do now in the future. Since Shohei Ohtani is only human, his physical strength will naturally decline with age. So this may be unavoidable in order to maintain a high level of performance. However, there is one thing that I absolutely want them to protect. Shohei Ohtani is not just a hitter. He is not just a pitcher. He is a two-way player who demonstrates the highest performance in both positions of hitter and pitcher. Moving to the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani has been active as a two-way player from opening day for the first time starting this season. Unlike his time with the Angels, the burden on his body must be greater with the Dodgers. Not only because he has aged, but also because as a Dodgers player, he is drawing immense attention, and the entire world is watching over him. While managing a grueling schedule of daily pitching and hitting routines, game performances, and conditioning, he continues to showcase his unicorn-like talents to fans all over the world. Because he pulls off incredible feats so easily, we tend to view his two-way play as a matter of course. But it is by no means an easy task. Normally, if you are a hitter, you only need to train hard for hitting and produce results. Even if you fail to perform as a hitter, you only need to think about hitting, make adjustments, and strive for improvement. However, in Shohei Ohtani's case, because he plays as both a hitter and a pitcher simultaneously, focusing on only one side could lead to a decline in his overall performance. This season, Shohei Ohtani fell into a prolonged hitting slump. This was the first such experience in his career, and I believe Ohtani himself felt a sense of impatience. The slump lasted for such a long period. It took 53 games to go from his 6th home run to his 7th home run, which shows how much he struggled. I believe this struggle involved an intensely fierce effort known only to him. However, today, most people have forgotten that he experienced such hardships and evolved his hitting to reach where he is now. At the time of this broadcast, Ohtani has hit 17 home runs. But compared to his usual self in past years, I think his home run pace is slower. However, his recovery from the prolonged hitting slump I mentioned earlier required so much hardship that it will likely become a major turning point in his career. During that prolonged hitting slump, Ohtani still had to perform as a pitcher. That is the sheer difficulty of continuing to be a two-way player. While he was suffering from the long-term hitting slump as a hitter, Ohtani was delivering outstanding performances as a pitcher. He rattled off quality starts right from the beginning of the season, showing incredibly stable pitching. Originally, he would have wanted to spend time fixing his hitting, which was in a long-term slump. But as a two-way player, he does not have the luxury of time to focus on just one thing. He achieved a superhuman feat by performing exceptionally as a pitcher during his prolonged hitting slump, while simultaneously restoring his struggling bat. This is something completely unimaginable to players who specialize in only one position, whether as a hitter only or a pitcher only. To deliver peak performances that contribute to the team as a stellar pitcher while your condition as a hitter is poor. It sounds like a story from a video game. Yet, Shohei Ohtani is showing this in reality. This is who Shohei Ohtani is, and this is the two-way style that only he can realize. He improved and restored his prolonged hitting slump while continuing to excel as a pitcher. Right now, his pitching has dropped off slightly, and his ERA has risen into the ones. But his numbers as a hitter are continuously rising to make up for it. This is exactly what the balance of Shohei Ohtani's two-way play is all about. Contributing to the team by maintaining a balance between pitching and hitting. This is the Shohei Ohtani two-way style. That is exactly why I want the Dodgers to stop using him strictly as a pitcher only on the days he takes the mound. If they are going to use him as a pitcher only, they should skip his pitching appearance altogether. And only let him pitch once he is in a condition to play as a two-way player. He plays as a position player, as a designated hitter, on days he does not pitch, but when he does take the mound. Utilizing him as a two-way player is the correct way to use Shohei Ohtani. He is a player who thrives by balancing the two roles of pitching and hitting. If he makes a mistake as a pitcher, he contributes to the team as a hitter. If his slump continues as a hitter, he contributes to the team as a pitcher. This is the Shohei Ohtani two-way style. I want the Dodgers to fully understand this and consistently move forward with his appearances as a two-way player. If it seems like a heavy burden is being placed on his body, they should avoid forcing him to play as a pitcher only. And instead, let him play as a two-way player after he has regained his full health. On days other than his pitching appearances, he excels as a position player and a designated hitter. But when he plays as a pitcher, appearing as a pitcher only is out of the question. A two-way player, that is exactly who Shohei Ohtani is. Two-way player equals Shohei Ohtani. Now, let us move on to the topic of Kazuma Okamoto of the Toronto Blue Jays, who is currently in peak condition. Kazuma Okamoto appeared as the number 4 hitter and third baseman in the game against the Astros on June 24, Japan time. And he put on a spectacular performance with 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Although the team lost the game, Okamoto's performance was truly remarkable. A player like Kazuma Okamoto does not show much emotion on the outside. However, as the fans in Toronto have surely noticed, he expresses himself fully through his play. He is a naturally gifted hard worker. You can easily tell just by looking at his hitting and defense, right? Regarding his hitting, he used to struggle so much against MLB pitchers and did nothing but strike out. But before we knew it, he has transformed into the absolute pillar of the team. He is not a rookie. In NPB, he was a powerhouse hitter representing the entire league. To adapt to the differences in environment between NPB and MLB, and to face unfamiliar pitchers, he has put in continuous daily effort right from opening day. Even during his long hitting slump, he desperately made adjustments and worked tirelessly to somehow contribute to the team. And it is precisely because of that hard work that he is enjoying his current success. He is a member of Samurai Japan. He possesses true grit. He is resilient, learns a great deal from his failures, and grows. In MLB, Shohei Ohtani stands as the symbolic figure representing Japan. But the high level of resilience that Ohtani possesses is something that all members of Samurai Japan share. When it comes to Okamoto, along with his resilience, he possesses an incredible exit velocity and raw hitting power that rivals Shohei Ohtani. He is a star player representing NPB. In Toronto as well, he will surely continue to thrive as a marquee star player in the future. At any rate, the Blue Jays pitching staff is currently suffering from accumulated fatigue, and their condition is not good. They are in a situation where they have no choice but to out-hit their opponents. If that is the case, stack the runners on base in front of Kazuma Okamoto, and leave the rest to him. He will lead the Blue Jays to victory. Send him to the plate in clutch situations over and over again. That should be established as one of the definitive winning formulas for the Blue Jays this year. By doing so, the strength of the Blue Jays will increase even further. That is all for today. Thank you very much.